Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday, the 6th of April 2023. Thanks for joining me. I want to use the Llewellyn Tarot for today's reading. This comes with a really in-depth kind of guidebook. So if you're trying to learn and you're like the look of this, it's a good one. Let me show you some of the cards, what they look like. This is the kind of Camelot, Avalon, medieval, Welsh theme, which I love so much. So here they are, and I like the kind of watercolor effect. It's all very gentle and romantic and beautiful. Okay, so let's see what these cards have to say about Thursday and what energy you'll be working with. Speaking of what energy you'll be working with, that is something that we're going to put on the merchandise, and I'm meeting with Robin today, and we're going to look at the shop. So the shop should be up in the next couple of days, so I'll keep you posted and let you guys know when that is up and running. I'm really excited about that. I've never had anything like that. Okay, so Thursday the 6th, first card is the Ten of Cups. Lovely family harmony and good relationships and bliss and kisses and rainbows. That's very, very good for your relationships. Then we got the Five of Pentacles, which is tough times, rejection, but still togetherness. So that seems to be a theme. And then finally, we've got the Page of Wands. Wow. Okay, so the message I'm getting by these three cards is they're talking about your relationships. The Ten of Cups is a minor arcana card, and it's the highest card in the suit of cups. They go from the Ace, which is 1, through to 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10. And by the time you have 10, you have a huge amount of that element of cups, which is water. And water is about connection to the higher realms. So the rainbow here, the wonder of the world and the wonder of spirituality. It's connection with other people. So love and a family unit, having people near you who you love and adore and trust. Then it's a connection with the real world in a positive way. So this family, their dream was to have a little cottage in this valley in between the mountains with a little stream running through it. And that's what they did. They built that. They're living their dream, and they feel connected to their own lives, to the good things that they've wanted to manifest. And by the time you get to the Ten of Cups, it's really everything you ever wanted in terms of relationship, whether it's with other people or your higher self or the world or a philosophy or anything like that. The Ten of Cups is a card that says you've attained this. This is very possible for you to achieve on this day if you haven't attained it yet. And it's important to look at creating this sense of this idealized notion of what your life is or could be. It's important to kind of imagine that once in a while and to bring it to the forefront of your mind's eye, because that's one way of manifesting it, by seeing it as such and pouring energy into it. But also it's a reminder that if these are the things I want, then I'm going to have to go out and make it happen somehow. So if I want a husband or a wife, then I'm going to have to talk to different people who exist on this planet so I can connect with that person. If I want to find the perfect place in the world where I feel home, this is my spiritual connected place, then I'm going to have to travel around the country and see which area of the country really works for me. So the Ten of Cups here today is saying that if you have a desire in any of those areas to connect, to love, to feel like you belong, to feel safe, this is very possible for you. Ask yourself what the dream is. And there's an opportunity for something magical to happen today to kind of get that whole process started. So it doesn't matter if this is what you want, but you're single and living on the 35th floor in a high rise in some big city somewhere. If this is the dream, it appears to you today. So even if you've been at a loss, what do I want? That appears to you and it's like, wow, this is the thing that I want right now. And that then, by the Five of Pentacles being an earth card, immediately gives you the kind of practical sense of, okay, if I want the little cottage, then I will have to travel around and see what's available. So the Ten of Cups is a real confirmation on this day that your hopes and dreams can be realized. And then we've got 10, and then we've got half of 10. So we've got something which is, I would say, half as influential because we don't have as much earth as we have water here. Interestingly enough, both elements, water and earth, are feminine elements, so it's about receiving things. So it's the universe, the planet is providing you with something. The Five of Pentacles, you see these pentacles in a stained glass window in a church or some sort of institutional building. I think it's a church because we have this cross here. These two are out in the snow. The child is on crutches. He's ill, difficulties. The mother, like the hair's blowing in the wind, so that doesn't seem particularly comfortable either. And the Five of Pentacles is usually about rejection and tough times and illness and getting kicked out of some sort of an institution which says, you don't belong here anymore. Go on your own little merry way, and we don't really care if you freeze in the snow. It's kind of brutal. It's a moment when other people, where you felt like you belonged or you had something in common, there's a fallout, or there's a moment of this is no longer working for us or for you, and we want to go our separate ways. So it's a break, it's the end of a relationship. But the key thing here is that these two are no longer part of this institution. They are now out in the snow and they're walking together. I feel that through this walk in the snow, they realize that they can't rely on strangers or institutions that say, oh, we care so much about you, but then suddenly turn their back. What they'll realize on this walk is that they stick together no matter what happens. They're family. So if you lose a job, or if a church says, we don't like your kind of belief system, bye-bye, then after this experience, these two people will always know that they're on each other's, they have each other's back, they have a team going. And the tough experience means that they get much closer and that they're able to rely on each other. And that is something that wouldn't have occurred if they didn't have this negative experience. Second of all, when they get out of the snow and they find somewhere warm to stay, they're going to say, okay, this institution really made it hard for us. We have a choice now. We can work to take this institution down. We can go to war with them as a result. Or we can leave them to their behavior, move on with our lives and find something new and not go into anger. Because if they treat us like this, you can bet your bottom dollar that they'll treat other people the same way, and sooner or later they'll get what they've been putting out, they will get back. It's karma, cause and effect. What you share, you will eventually reap. So this card is saying that if you've had this major hope and dream for your life, for your future, and that dream has gone by the wayside because of rejections and tough times in your life, today is a good day to revisit that and to say, the past is the past. I survived it, so I know I'm super resilient. And I'm much stronger now than when I dreamt this dream 10 years ago, when I hadn't had all these experiences that proved to me that I can take care of myself and that I can survive. So now that I'm so strong, I'm going to revisit or discover for the first time what my idealized version of my life is. And I'm going to see that today. And then because I've done difficulties in the past and I've overcome them and survived them, I'm going to claim this dream and the difficulties that may be inherently involved in getting there. And with the Page of Wands, the optimism, the enthusiasm, the unbridled desire to kind of find a life that's meaningful and purposeful and fulfilling and loving and exciting. The Page of Wands says, I am willing to do this work. So you have the strength and the experience provided by this card. Then you have the youthful optimism and the inexperience and the willingness to falter and do pretty much anything in order to get to where you want. You've got that on your side. So with these two, the confirmation that I am pretty much indestructible, because look at what happened to me here and I got through that with my little son, and look at us now. And I still haven't become bitter. I still have hope that life can be whatever I make it. I have a purpose, I have a passion. And now I'm going to pursue that. So this is the ultimate day of personal empowerment and saying, I am going to manifest exactly the kind of life I want. And it's like you become the authority figure in your own life. The Page of Wands is a court card, and he's the most inexperienced of all the court cards. He's in the element of fire. This is someone who desperately wants to live a purposeful, meaningful life, but he hasn't found that yet. So he goes out into the world and he explores lots of different things in order to find that. And the great thing about him is this energy, the willingness to say, I feel that there's something meaningful out there. It may not exist just yet, but I feel it. Therefore, I'm going to use all my energy to find it. And here, find the dream in your own inner being. It's right there. Whether it's been dismissed from the past and you can pick it up again, or whether you've never seen it before, you'll be able to see it today. And then with everything that you've got under your belt already, this is going to be a walk in the park for you to commit to the life you want, and then to commit to doing the work to get you there. God, if we all had this attitude every day, our lives would be so wonderful. Don't you think? There's no self-pity here. There's no, oh, nothing good will ever happen to me anyway. There's none of that like defeatism, fatalism. It's all, yes, I can, and it will happen, and I'm going to use my time and presence and strength on this planet to make it happen. I love it. Number-wise, we got 10 and 5 is 15, and a court card which counts as 1 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7, and 7 in numerology is the mind and creativity. So get creative with the dream of your life, what it could look like. Then you'll get creative and specifics on what steps need to be taken. And ultimately, the thing that fuels this whole process is the desire to have a life that's worth living, that's fiery, that's cleansing, that's transformative, that's miraculous, you know? So for all the visionaries and the dreamers out there, if things haven't worked out, but you refuse to let go of the dream, that's good, because today, revisit it, and you'll get another go at it, if not even the first go at it. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. I use the tarot, astrology, numerology, and my intuition in my personal readings, and I combine all of them. So if you have any questions that you'd like answers to, please do get in touch for a personal reading. And whether that's about family relationships or work or belonging to institutions or your life purpose or anything at all, please do get in touch for a reading. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.